I'm so sorry. That was when I was mashing, so it should do it. Hello there. Alright. Hi guys, this is Quest 64 besides the awful mashing noise that you heard in about 2 seconds ago. You're not sorry, but you're not wrong, but I'm just gonna pretend to be sorry. Alright. This is Quest 64, I'm an idiot. Thank you for the luck, guys. So I'm gonna start with a little description of one glitch that is very important. We'll go from there. Alright.
Yo, Bing. So happy to have you here, man.
Thanks, man.
Let me just turn this music down real quick.
No worries. Thank you, Kazik.
All right. So I'm very excited to share with you. We have Bing Chang. And Bing, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're about to be playing.
I'm an idiot, and I play Quest 64.
Awesome. Nailed it. Nailed it.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I'm really excited, Bing, and this is going to be super fun. Thank you so much for joining us. Are you ready when I'll just count you down and you'll be good to go?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. All right. So in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So first things first, we start off by mashing through text and then changing our text speed to max, which is great. And now I'm going to start. The first thing we're going to do is probably going to be load a save, but text speed to max. Great. And now I'm going to start. The first thing we're going to do is probably going to be load a save, but what we're going to try to do is something called the death dupe. What the death dupe is, we're going to take one spirit, which is essentially a level, and we're going to turn it into a lot of levels. It is unintended, it is a glitch, and it is very, very specific. So we'll start with something called the initiative glitch, which is the only glitch that we knew about in this game prior to all the glitches being found, like separately. So initiative glitch, anytime Brian is moving, he can open the spell menu. Pretty straightforward, but Brian doesn't stop moving when you open the spell menu. He slides to a stop. While in that slide, Brian is still considered to be moving, so you can still get into an encounter. Kind of cool, kind of convenient. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to grind our HP, preferably down to 1. Pretty straightforward, nothing special there. The next thing is we're going to try to do the initiative glitch on top of a spirit. Preferably a spirit that is going to always set us up near being able to step out of an encounter. The third spirit in the game is the one we use. It's a nice convenient spot. So we do the initiative glitch, and there are 7 different encounters we can get in this area. 2 of them are always going to be faster than us. Hecker Z, well, I call them Hecker Z, they're Hellhounds, they have 8 agility. And there's the Parasalt and Bumbershoot that have 6 agility. We start with 5 agility, we will very quickly get 6 agility. The Parasalt and Bumbershoot will only work for a little while. Side of that is they do 1 to 2 damage, whereas the Hecker Z or Hellhound does 3 or 4 damage. So, initiative glitch on top of the spirit in such a manner that I would be able to pick it up, encounter with an enemy that is faster than us, and we have low HP where we will die, preferably in 1 attack. All of that, and about a second into the encounter, I will cast a spell. The game goes, that's not right. And the enemy, if I do it right, will teleport across the arena. It's a side effect of them being faster than us. I don't know why, but it is incredibly convenient. I will try to run out of the encounter. I will then press R, open the item menu, and the enemy will take 2 turns, assuming I don't get out of the encounter. If I do get out of the encounter, he will only take 1 turn. I want him to hit me. I want to die and hear the death audio. Once I hear the death audio, with the item menu open, I will then use a healing item. The game goes, wait, what? And then you have 8 seconds of respawning back into the inn to just mash away. If I were a task, I can pick up this 1 spirit 96 times. Mind you, it takes 98 spirits to max 2 elements, so we get a little strong. Yes. Now, another thing about the Death Dupe that should be noted, in particular for the RNG of this game, is the game has a seeded RNG and it always starts exactly the same. So, because I've been talking, I've been messing it up. But if I had been paying attention a lot more and not talking as much, I could predict the RNG. The first encounter I got actually is the encounter I do want, but I didn't get it in the manner that I would like. So I would like to be able to get out of that encounter in the first turn, without the first guy hitting me, which didn't happen, but that's the way it goes. It's not a huge deal, but you can predict the RNG up to a point. The issue is, literally everything affects it. How quickly you cast the spell, what spell you cast, how long you wait, just everything causes the RNG to tick. So if you do everything perfectly, you could theoretically manip out Death Dupe, but I'm lazy. So right now I'm just grinding down HP, and this is Big Mouth. He's a nice guy, but he also misses a lot because he has the lowest agility in the game. Please do 3. I'm not gonna risk it. He could do 3 or 4 damage, and this is one of those times where he'll just do 3 or 4 because he's a butthead. Alright. Cool. Cool. Alright, there's actually a particular movement right here, and I didn't do it right. If I had done that right, I would have taken 2 damage, but who cares? We're just gonna go for a Hellhound. Death Dupe, I don't think it's necessarily that difficult as much as it is very, very specific. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm moving in a circle, very obviously. What that does, the way the game treats your encounter rate is the more you walk, the higher it is. So, walk in a circle, increase the chance. I'm gonna stop talking here. That's the initiative glitch, but not the right enemy. They are, as you see, I went first anyway. They are very slow. I need a Hellhound. I'm 30, 31. And like I said, I have literally never done this in a live marathon, or any marathon I've done. I've done a couple now. So I apologize. There's a very good chance that this will not happen. A fairly significant. And not the right enemy, but we got the initiative glitch, and that's kind of what matters. I have nearly 6 agility, so probably no bueno here. If you want to see the Death Dupe, assuming I don't get it, if someone would be so kind to go into my channel, because I know there's somebody there, and let me open the bot. Type DD, or no, GD, exclamation GD, and just, if Elevated, if you don't mind, we can post that link in chat so we can see what a Death Dupe actually looks like. It's not up yet, Gamma, sorry. I'm loading the bot currently. Alright, now it should be up and it's exclamation G. Have that ready, if you don't mind, I appreciate it. Not looking good. Not looking good. That's the way it goes. So yeah, if you want to look at that, that's what it looks like. Hopefully we will get that. That's my best one. I've reached 71. I do not put frame perfect inputs for 8 seconds. That would be godly. I'm just an idiot. Fortunately, I'm faster, but that's the timing what it would want to look like. Cool. Hoping it wouldn't kill me. Alright. That's most of the setup, except for the part where they need to be faster than me. You know. So hopefully we will get a Hecker Z in a moment. Downside to this is it's pretty much pure dumb luck. Ooh. Well, I'll be. Okay. Congratulations, Elevated. That is the first death dupe that I've done in a marathon. If someone would clip that, I would appreciate it greatly. That is a death dupe. Not a great one, my mashing was pretty garbo, but that was a death dupe. Alright, so next thing we're going to try to do is an agility glitch. It was an okay one, it was 51, I believe, or 52. Oh, but cool, we got the agility glitch. So what the agility glitch is in this game, if you're faster than the enemy, you can... I'm not cheating, I've done it live. If you're faster than the enemy you get into an encounter with, you can actually skip your turn before the encounter fully loads. You have like a second and a half to just tap A. It is very, very easy to do the agility glitch. Besides, you know, how you do it, what it does is the game actually takes or keeps your previous coordinates of your encounter or your previous location in an encounter. Sorry, let me go back. How you get agility in an encounter. This is really what's going to bring it all together here. I need to remember to explain this first next time. Actually, it was a 53 or 54. Sorry. So how agility works in an encounter, the game calculates how far you moved in an encounter between turns and gives you agility experience based off that. Pretty straightforward. Now, how agility works for agility glitch is those coordinates are actually saved over the map. So if I go to the end of a map that is 100, 100, and the next part of a map, or the next map we go into loads us in at 0, 0, if I do an agility glitch right there, the game will think I moved from 100, 100 to 0, 0, and I will get agility experience within an encounter based off that. So you get a huge amount of experience. So we used to finish the run with like 20 experience or 20 agility. We're gonna finish with about 100, and that's just because that's how much we need. So the agility route we're gonna get to about 95 is the goal for Bernat Castle. Granted, I'm also actually going to grind defense because this is a marathon run and I don't want to die. So, you know. It was a very odd casual game for sure. Agility glitch is fantastic. I love it. So if anyone knows anything about N64 game modding or hacking, I will pay you money if someone actually unfixes what they did in the JP version. So in the JP version, they fixed agility glitch. This version, where you skip your turn before the encounter fully loads, you can still do the agility glitch from the initiative glitch. Because it's the same effect. You're basically taking your turn before the encounter fully goes, or recalculates your loading position, or your starting position. But the other thing they fix is cloning. So instead of picking up a spirit being one frame and placing a spirit being one frame, picking up a spirit is one frame, and then placing a spirit, you have to watch the stupid animation, and you have to wait. So this is the exit return clone. The exit or return, and you can get up to 6. So in the US version, you get to 6. JP version, you can get up to 2. So Death Dupe in JP version, I believe we think it's about 16 or 17. So, you know, not good. So unfortunately, we don't have confusion. Good news is we have an obscene amount of healing ability. And I really should have waited a bit longer to use the defense up, because when my HP goes to 54, he'll then do 1 to 2 damage. The game doesn't recalculate your stats in an encounter unless you have a spell or something. Oh, actually, we may have gotten away with it. Unless you have a spell that or item, like any effect, a status effect that actually particularly affects that stat, and then the game will actually recalculate it after the effect wears off. So if I were to sit in this battle from the very beginning of the game and just go on forever, he would always do 2 to 3 damage. because that's what he does to start the game. But if I were to then use like a defense up ability, it would then go down to like 1 damage, and then the game after that effect wears off would go, oh, your stat increased, okay, and then it would go down to 1 damage again. It's just an interesting side effect of the game. Not particularly interesting for this, because the way you grind defense is hits, not damage. Whereas in the Game Boy version, yes, there's a Game Boy version of Quest 64. It's called Quest RPG Brian's Journey. It's an enhanced remake. It's the same game, but it has a story. The way you grind HP and defense in that game is how much damage you take as opposed to how many hits you take. And it's like every 8 damage or something is some percent. I don't remember offhand, but it's something like that. Alright. Now, if only this was the Game Boy and there was the lottery and we could get defense. Alright. But the downside to doing this is we waste a bunch of time. So if anyone needs to get a drink, now's a great time. Oh, Gamma, this is what I was talking about. Run at him and then spin around. Ooh. I don't know why I healed there. Clearly it was not paying. That's nice. Sometimes that happens where Brian just doesn't move how I want him to move. There we go. Yeah. But it's a quick spin. I run at him and then spin at him. Run at him, spin down. You start the spin right after he finishes his attack. So running at him, spin down now. Run, spin. Run, spin. This is just a manner to always get hit by all 3 attacks. Alright, so for my sake, I'm just going to heal there. I would like to get to 63, but it's not the end of the world. It really doesn't matter here. The HP and defense is not relevant until literally the end of the game. Absolutely. Happy to help. Alright, so now we're going to grind agility. We're going to get to about 45 or so. This tree happens to be the end of where I can get into an encounter. It's a convenient marker, honestly. And if anyone has any questions about the idiocy is the word, of myself playing this game, feel free to ask. Soul Searcher 2, we need to get to 21 MP. So there's a bunch of different spells we could cast to get MP, but Soul Searcher 2 happens to be the best and also most convenient. So any spell that hits all enemies for damage is okay, but we also don't want to get levels, because it's a waste of time. We don't really need it, you know, with cloning. We're plenty strong, and we'll get enough levels from bosses and all that. So we don't want to kill stuff. And the way damage spells work is they hit or miss, right? And if they miss, you don't get the experience, because the way you get MP is the amount of hits a spell has. So like Windcutter 3 shoots 5 shots or something. If all 5 shots hit, you get 5, whatever the percent is, of experience, which is nice. But, so like a spell like Rock Shower does damage to each enemy. If it hits the enemy, you get that experience per enemy hit. But then there's buffs or debuffs, and as it turns out, buffs and debuffs always technically hit. So you always get the experience. So they actually have 2 calculations. The first calculation is, oh, it's a debuff, buff, hit. The second calculation is whether the actual debuff or buff actually hits, which is a secondary calculation and doesn't affect the spell actually hitting. The Soul Searcher 2, even though it misses sometimes, I always get the experience from the enemies, from the amount of enemies in the encounter, which is super convenient. at 32. There's another one, Gamma, where you walk slowly backwards. Get hit by all of the wind cutters. For those of you who have played this game and remember, Solvering is an absolute butthead. Well, he's still a butthead, but we're also significantly stronger than he is this time around, so he'll probably die in about, 2 or 3 turns, depending on how I'm feeling. Probably 3 turns. I'm not going to be super... I'd rather not walk back from Melroad Monastery, so we'll be a little more cautious. But this misses. Okay. Should have shown you the other way, Gamma, but sorry. I always want to take the extra hits whenever I can. Just every little bit of HP and defense is going to help. It lessens my grind. I wouldn't be doing this in an actual any percent run, but the nature of what the current any percent route is, we probably wouldn't finish a run. So, and we would die to several bosses, and we would just die to random enemies. It's better to not do that. And I, of course, wasn't paying attention again, so I didn't do the right thing. Alright, this is what I was talking about, Gamma. Okay, I did it wrong, but it's some speed like that. It's something that Peaches used to do. It's how he would grind. And he moved kind of like that. We're probably about done. I should check my agility. We're at 43, this will be 45. We're probably maybe okay. We might have to grab one after. We'll see what we're looking like after Solvering. I have to grab an extra one. He's gonna be a butthead and walk up. I don't want you to do this. This is a single hit. I prefer you to hit. I don't know how to do that one very well. So, since this is a marathon, we're just gonna pick up a couple extra spirits that I would probably normally skip. But, you know, rather be extra strong instead of not strong enough. And I should say now, if anyone gets lost in this game, let me tell you, Compass is your very, very, very best friend. Very best friend. Never lies. Thank you, Mozzarella. I appreciate it. Nice. So, the reason I'm killing this encounter, even though I said earlier that I didn't want to... Oh, and that's a victory animation cancel. So, and no audio. So, victory animation cancel, when you win an encounter, there's a couple frame window where you can start to cast a spell, and if you cast heal, it's faster than watching Brian's victory animation, but it also cancels the audio from loading in, which is kind of cool. But the reason I fought that encounter is because there was the bats in it, and they have a chance of dropping a Celine's Bell, which would be useful for an out of bounds we'd be doing much later. Alright. I would like one more encounter. Yeah, our agility looks a little... Why can't I get this kind of encounters in an actual run? Goodness gracious, this is beautiful. This is like 4 or 5 encounters. This game's mean, guys. Mean. I'm going to split, because this is normally when I split going here. So, if anyone recalls who's played this game, Solvering is an absolute rude dude. He hits like a friggin' truck for the first boss of the game. But as it turns out, well, with us being as powerful as we are, he's kind of wimpy. And I'm gonna be safe and do 2 ice knives, but normally I would do an ice knife and just walk up to him. But like, yeah. He has 200 HP. He's a little bit dead. Just a little bit. And there's an FFZ emote I created way back once upon a time called Solver-Wrecked. To say you get wrecked by solvering, because the old 90% route used to be 10 turns, 20-ish damage, hope he misses, hope you don't miss, reset about 20 minutes into a run. Now it's reset all the time at death dupe, and if you get a death dupe, then he gets destroyed. So the meaning of that emote has actually, amusingly enough, been switched from him destroying us to us destroying him. Guess that's ironic? Ironic? I'm gonna pretend like it's a famous song and it's ironic. I didn't pick that one up before because I'm going to do another dupe. And my agility, we're just gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. But yeah, I do want an encounter here. Ooh. Speaking of an attack I did want to use earlier, Rock Shower. Well, very convenient for this. Alright. No audio again, but also no drop. It's a shame. I would like that drop, but the way it goes. So we're about 1 HP. It's kind of creepy with no music. Kind of creepy. Alright. And I'm pretty much going to be doing agility glitch all the time for a while. We need to get to a certain point. I have 51. I want to have 59 by a certain point in Call Hazard because I'm going to go out of bounds. And I haven't memorized the spot I need to stand in based on having 59 agility. Well, I can theoretically get out with 58 or 57, but I'd prefer to have 59 because that means we're on the actual route. This is unfortunate. These guys are actually, of the two encounters or two enemies we can get in an encounter, these guys are the worst. Because they are very, very slow. They walk slowly, they cast a slow attack, whereas the Death Huggers, despite their names, not that scary. They also use Ice Knife, and they don't walk, so they just attack immediately. It's significantly quicker than this. There's really nothing interesting. We're just agility, glitching, and walking. Agility, glitching, and walking. And nothing really to add right now. I'll talk about myself. How about that? So I started running Quest 64 late 2015 because I saw someone who goes by the name now of Rhea posting on Speedrun subreddit. There is a new Quest 64 any percent world record, and I remember Kurt Q's run and going, literally what? Because his run is nearly immaculate. If you want to watch a very, very, very good run, watch Kurt Q's glitchless any percent run. That run is ridiculous. He gets good luck the entire run. Just a fantastic run. His movement's very good, and his luck is very good all around. So I see someone posted this any percent record, and I go, excuse me, what? And I go look up Rhea's channel, and find out that there's been glitches discovered by a dude named Squid to Pig. That man broke this game apart. He has found everything but two things. Initiative glitch, which was just known because it's something you would experience naturally in the game. Like, I would just cast heal right now. There's been plenty of times for everyone that has done that and gotten an encounter while you do that. It happens. So, known glitch. The other one that he didn't find, because he had kind of stopped looking and because I accidentally figured it out, the agility glitch. The US version of it. The pig is a god. And I wish he found out of bounds, he found the compression out of bounds and the battle arena clip out of bounds. He also found the exit return cloning, and he also found death dupe. he basically found everything. The man broke this game, and thanks to him, well, we're here today. Because I had known about the run, but I didn't really want to run it because the glitchless run wasn't terribly fun at the time, and I still don't think it particularly is because it's very sketchy. Now, any percent now is kind of getting that way, but it's still, you're overpowered now instead of just barely flying by the seat of your pants for everything. At the very least, we can destroy all the enemies, whereas in glitchless, it's not great. Alright. But yeah, I started running this in 2015. I love this game. So I just made it a mission to play it a lot, and I got very good at it. And I kind of, yeah, I have the world record. I have all the world records for the glitched categories. I don't have any runs for any of the glitchless categories because I don't particularly care for glitchless. Not that I'm saying I could get the glitchless record. I probably couldn't. But I don't even have a recorded time. I mean, I was a child, so yes, I did. I don't know if I ever made it past Call Hazard personally as a child. There's no reason to save there because we're gonna save again before an empty anyway. That's beside the point. I'm gonna kill him. Yeah, no, I never beat this game as a child. My brother and cousin who were older than me, they did, and I played it with them doing it. You'll get it. So the reason I'm killing this encounter, the gremlins there, they have a chance of a silent flute, which is also a useful item for the out of bounds that I would like to do later. Arguably better, but not generally, sometimes when we do Death Dupe we don't get enough earth, so we don't have Rock Shower for this area, and we can't kill them. I'm being unnecessary in basically getting all these extra spirits because I'd rather be overly strong than not strong enough. And also, I can't believe that I actually got the Death Dupe. Gamma will get it. I believe in Gamma. He's so close. But nowadays, the any percent records kind of have to have the stars aligned type of stuff. A lot of like, well, this has to miss like 17 times. I appreciate it, Balon. This is not the only game I play, surprisingly enough, despite it kind of being my MO. Is Gamma going to try to do Death Dupe? That is a question for Gamma. And I'm pretty sure the answer is I'm probably the only person besides Squid that will ever try to do Death Dupe and do runs with it. Because I'm pretty sure everyone looks at it and goes, no. There's been several people over the last year or so, maybe 2 years, no, not years, but like 2 years, that have said, oh, I want to learn Quest. How do you do Death Dupe? Okay, see you never. I mean, there's still people around, but I'm pretty sure a lot of them, and this is me speaking from someone that sees what happens, I'm pretty sure just a lot of people go, yeah, no, that's terrible, and I don't want to do that anymore. I hate this. Alright, so we picked up Blue Wings. This is for after Zels. It's just a quick routing thing, and where I saved before would be useful in an actual attempt because we would do a death warp there a little later. I actually saved there out of habit and didn't think about it. I didn't need to do that for this because we're going to be saving several places because we don't want to die. We also don't want to have to come from Melroad Monastery. If I never saved, I would respawn at the very beginning of the game, and that would be miserable for all of us. Alright. Into Call Hazard and the very first out of bounds. So there's a couple different out of bounds. The one we're going to use here is called the Battle Arena Clip. or BAC. Unfortunately, I don't have any funny alcohol-related nicknames for them yet, but I would like to at some point do that. Hazard 1 is fairly easy. Blue Cave 1, pretty easy. There's a old Battle Arena clip that you can't really do now because of our agility numbers in Oil Hole. That is also actually kind of easy. But again, just because of the nature of where you can get encounters, there's this little gap where we would need the encounter to be that we can't get an encounter. Annoying. I don't know why it exists. It is incredibly inconvenient. Alright. In the Call Hazard, we have 57 agility. We're going to just short of what I would like, but I think we'll be okay. Yeah, I think we'll probably be okay. We'll be a tad short of what I like, but there's some extra spots where we can grab agility that'll more than make up for it. We want to encounter here. Go. Fun fact. Can't speak. Fun fact. In Blue Cave, the Blue Maze portion of Blue Cave, if you get at least 2 of those in an encounter, you can hard lock the game if you cast a Rock Shower. Doesn't always happen with 2. 3 or 4 it always happens with. If you cast a Rock Shower, the game crashes. And it doesn't happen in the JP version, it happens in the US version. Blue Cave is by and far the biggest area that the game has loaded, so it doesn't really surprise me that a spell like Rock Shower, which has a lot of individual polygons, with the Skelebats, who probably also have a lot of polygons, causes the game to go, haha, brrr. And I've had exactly one other crash of this game separately. Very in the beginning of the game, I went through a doorway and the next area just didn't load. That was interesting. It never happened before, and it hasn't happened since. So that was a unique one. Alright, so our agility looks actually pretty okay. We're gonna be just off. I don't think we need to do the extra encounter. So yeah, we should be fine. I think we'll be fine. We'll probably have to do the out of bounds of 58 agility, which means the spot is slightly different than what I would like, but we might be 59. We'll be, if we are 59, we'll be like 59 on the dot. I think this is only about 20% of a level at this point. So right over here. What am I checking? My agility, yes. I happen to know exactly where I need to look in the menu, so I'm already looking at that spot. And just mash text. So that's nearly it. But really, it's right out there. So he's going to walk up and do his close range attack, which sucks. I'm just going to be invincible instead. There we go. Walk into the corner. Quite literally create a tight corner. Walk into the corner, and then the game pushes you out of bounds, and poof! You probably blinked and missed it. We're out of bounds. Alright, you said you wanted some soju? I'm a dirty cheater right now. I reset my controller. You can, so fun fact, you can reset the N64 thumbstick by pressing Start L and R. It like if you're ever holding the thumbstick when the game is or the N64 is turning on, this fixes that. You can just press, it recalibrates, that's the word. You just press Start L and R and it recalibrates the N64 thumbstick. Very interesting. It's useful. I held down, pressed I'll start an R, and now the game is walking forward for me while I am pouring a beverage. Chrono, I am out of bounds currently, and I'm pouring myself an adult beverage, soju in fact. In this case, a apple-flavored soju. So I'm being a dirty cheater. I hope all of you enjoy it. We're going out of bounds again. Like, hopefully 3 more times. You're bored of my runs. I see how it is. My girlfriend's sitting behind me watching and I'm giving her crap. Alright, so we're at 37. I think we're okay. Let me look at my timer because I don't recall. Alright, we're gonna do an agility glitch. That was probably really loud. We're gonna do an agility glitch here. This is gonna give us a huge amount of agility. Boom. We're gonna reset the thumbstick, which, there we go. Alright, so it looks like I usually kill Zels, or in my PB, the world record splits, I killed Zels about 3 minutes ago. So that makes sense because the grinding of defense, and I should have grinded more defense. I've made a huge mistake, but I can do that actually after Nepti, so I haven't made a huge mistake. Recover. Usually the defense grind is oh goodness, it adds like overall it adds like 7 minutes to the run or something. So minus 7 minutes, we're at 32. It's actually not a half bad run outside of, you know, all the extra defense grinding we did. But yeah, we're probably against my splits minus the defense grind, we're like a minute ahead. Theoretically, of course. Alright. Actually, it doesn't matter. I don't need to save here because I saved at the other place. We're Gucci. Nice 5. Alright. You can get 6s, which is basically frame perfect, and you can get 5s, which aren't, but still are nice. I'm talking about PB. Estimate, I will be fine. Even if I do all the defense grind, we'll be way ahead of estimate. Estimate, the 2-hour estimate assumes I dies to at least 2 or 3 bosses, which is not gonna happen, probably. If we die to bosses, it'll be guilty. Guilty. If we die to guilty, he's the longest. It is a 5-minute walk back to guilty. And I assume that I died to him and like 2 others, so it's like 10-ish minutes of walking back. Hey, Alex. And check out everything else at Ellervated's channel. I don't know why I walked over from the spirit. Well, theoretically, I kind of am 1 minute ahead if we take out the defense grind. It is possible, based on my sum of best, for me to beat my PB with a defense grind. It is incredibly unlikely, though, but it is possible. Because my sum of best is like 11 minutes faster than my PB, but that is basically just like godly splits and fights. I would have to one-shot Zeus, I would have to one-shot Nepti, which is possible. Unlikely, possible though. So, we could do that. But we need to hit him 3 times. If I had hit him 3 times, he would have died. I hit him twice. He has 680. He's nearly dead, all things considered. So I'll just do this. And he's dead. Oh, he has like 1 HP. He's not dead, I lied. Excuse me. Now he's dead. Avalanche is a little bit broken. For those of you who don't know, Avalanche is broken. But, well, actually, we'll talk about that in a second. We'll come back to Avalanche. I want to talk about Larapul. So, we already were here, hence the wings, us teleporting back here. So, what we're going to do, we're going to go out of bounds again, but the trigger for lowering the water in Larapul is not Layla, who you were supposed to talk to down here. It is actually this door. This door is a lever that flushes Larapul. I love it. Lara pulls a giant toilet. This amuses me to no end, I'm sorry. Toilet pool, Lara toilet. Pick your poison. Alright, so we're gonna go out of bounds the same thing again. I have 66, which is what we want. Beautiful. Our agility's actually on point now. Alright, so we're gonna go out of bounds quite literally at the beginning of this area. I have a particular triangle of black dots that I use as the setup. We just want a quick encounter. I'm already kind of in it, so this is the spot right about here. Gonna walk up and do his thing, but we're gonna create a corner, walk into the corner. Boom, we are on the wall, out of bounds. Man, game. Quest, you're playing nice right now, and I appreciate you. We're out of bounds again. First two we walk at the walls, last one we walk along the wall. So we're out of bounds again, hooray! Blue Cave, we're going to skip all of its garbageness. We don't have to get lost because we start at the very southwest of the map and we have to go to center north. We're gonna go northeast, but like the exit of the map is like very north and very center if you were looking at the whole map in a giant square. Alright, and we're going to use the wall to give us some height, which you probably saw me do in Call Hazard, but you don't need to do this here, but it's just, might as well. So, I'm going to do this again. We're going to angle that, and I'm going to pour myself another drink for another out of bounds. Make sure that I'm not turning either. That's like a minute and 15 from when I walked past that wall. That was, what, 44:15? Or no, minute 30, so it'll be 45:45. Yeah, 45:45, that's when we should see the end of the area. I'll have a drink to that. Elevated, I hope you don't mind adult beverages. I apologize. Fair enough, good. So to make sure. I realize I probably should have asked. I apologize that I didn't beforehand. Alright, we should be seeing it probably in the next 10 seconds or so, I would think. Maybe 15 seconds, I don't know how far ahead or behind stream is on my side. Ah, there it is. Alright, so I see it now. I'm gonna just reset my pose. I locked it again because I didn't feel like holding forward. I'm lazy. We're gonna do another big agility glitch. It's 50. I was off by 5 seconds. Whatever. Alright. Another big agility glitch here. Oh, oop. Can someone remember what my HP and defense was in Call Hazard? That's 60 or 7. Was it 76? I forgot. That's normally when I would do the second defense grind, and I was not paying attention to how much I was thinking about doing the run, because we are going to have to do another defense grind, HP defense grind, and I do not remember. So we'll probably just do. Oh, I'll look at what my HP and defense is after this. I think I recall what the numbers are supposed to be. So it's probably be about 114 or 15. So we'll do that. So what we want right now is, I should have saved, but we're going to go for an encounter first, and hopefully we will not get a fish stick. They have 75 agility. This could be a fish stick, it could be a pixie. Hey, pixie. Alright, beautiful. So we got that. This is beautiful, because that saves us from having to do double dipping for Blue Cave, doing extra agility grinding. And it saves, actually, on an any percent run, that saves like a minute and change, and I actually forgot to save, so we're whatever. But we need to do this anyway, and I'm kind of glad I didn't save until after. Oh, this is the other one. Probably should delete another save on this cart, so I don't have it full and get that annoying message, but that's okay. Besides the point. Alright, so we have 75 agility, which is just cool. And we're gonna go beat up Nepty. Game is just best. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much right now. Okay. After. It's okay. We were already good. We were already good. I should say elevated. If right now we're going to probably be about 10 minutes behind my PB, which puts us at a 132. Still a little early. Alright, so this is Nepty. Nepty sucks. She has the smallest hitbox, and I need to have the high ground for this. Fortunate that we're not in the lava area, because that would matter more. Oh, good, we hit her. At least once. God, I love it. He's being butthead and walking forward. This encounter just sucks. Just don't walk. Please don't walk. Don't walk. Don't walk. Okay. 2, 3. Alright, that's good. I like that. Good. 4. Oh, she's dead. That was actually not. That wasn't a great fight. That wasn't that bad either, all things considered. Yes, one hit is a win. She has the smallest hitbox of all the bosses, and she's just a garbage fight in general. But yeah, that wasn't that bad. We have 101. I'm going to have to grind a bunch of in defense. HP really, just to be safe. And I apologize. Yeah. Enthusiastic child, what can you say? The other side of this is our MP is incredibly low. We only have 18. This is the downside to not getting a lot of encounters. And especially encounters that don't have a lot of enemies. Although we are getting 1 million encounters here. Usually you get 2. We've had probably 7. I wouldn't be surprised if I got 1 more. Look at that. Alright. Okay. We are going to do an agility glitch. We're not going to do a death warp because I saved after Nepty. So we didn't do this before Nepty because it would have taken us to the beginning of Blue Cave, but after Nepty dies, it takes us to the beginning of Blue Cave to cast Exit in here. So I will do an agility glitch here, and then I'm going to grind HP and defense for probably too long. Alright. Basically, defense up and confusion are going to be our spells of choice. Confusion, pretty straightforward what it does. Every bit of damage we take, we get as MP. Then defense up is defense up. Yo, Kawaii, congrats on the tier 1 sub. Enjoy that. Enjoy it well. Is, but there actually are several spells in the game that clear your buffs, except Magic Barrier. So I guess while we're doing this, I'll talk about the broken spells that we use. So for any boss fight, we use one of two spells. Magic Barrier and Avalanche. Magic Barrier means you're invulnerable to all spells. So if a boss had a melee attack, you would take damage. Well, thankfully, no boss is a melee attack, so Magic Barrier essentially makes you completely invulnerable to all bosses. It's just beautiful. The other spell we use is Avalanche. Avalanche is really broken. Sorry. So, Avalanche has the highest base damage in the game for any spell that we have access to. That is, I believe, 460. The next highest spell is 430, and it is Large Cutter. Large Cutter shoots one thing of wind, whereas Magic Barrier drops a lot of rocks. And you can probably, I think you can hit like 7, I believe, is the max you can hit for Magic, or for an Avalanche. So, that doesn't sound too bad. Magic Barrier has not much higher base damage. Well, as it turns out, that base damage is for each individual rock. So, it has the highest base damage, and it also hits many, many times. So, Avalanche is just a little bit broken. With the amount of stats I have, I could have one-shot Nepti. Something else to mention is the way levels work. Obviously, Earth is what we want because we want our Earth spells to do more damage. The other side of that is actually Water, Fire, and Wind also affect your Earth level. As unsurprising, or maybe surprising as it may seem. So, the way that works is the adjacent and the opposite have different effects. The adjacents, because they're closer and aren't the opposite of whatever element, every 8th level of them is an additional level. So in the case of Earth, every 8th level of water and every 8th level of fire is like an additional level of Earth. Hence me stopping at 48 water. Because 49 and 50 isn't going to do anything for us, so I only want to go to 48. In the case of wind, which is the opposite, it is every 16th level. Conveniently enough, we don't want to do any wind spells, so we literally, it wouldn't matter if we wanted them or anyway, because we're just going to ignore it anyhow, so it's just convenient. The water, obviously healing, exit, return, escape, you know, pretty straightforward. Earth, that's our damage, that's our defense, everything's all kind of in Earth. And then Fire actually has one spell that we do want to use called Compression that we're actually going to use for an out of bounds in a little while. The joys of the defense grinding in this game. This is actually probably one of the first times I've ever done this defense grind on a bloodshed, and I did not know that they actually moved backwards when they attacked. That's new to me. Yo, Kazi, congrats. Yes, the fire compression is amusing. So the way the fire compression works is compression does two things. It reduces the enemy's attack, boring, and it also shrinks the enemy's model. Interesting. So, as you expect, you stand between a shrunken enemy and certain walls, and when they go back to normal size, instead of them pushing away, it pushes you through the wall. And you're out of bounds. That is the original way we did the out of bounds, and then Squid actually found in Solvering's room, or not Solvering's, Bogus's room, there's actually, you can soft lock the game in his room, because there's two pillars on either side of his little island. If you look in there, in the left one, right where we kind of walk across, if you go behind it, you can clip out of bounds. Now, if you've killed Bogus, you cannot get out of this room you need to restart your console. If you haven't killed Bogus, you can die, obviously. So you can soft lock the room, or soft lock the game in that room if he's dead. Well, that led us to finding the Beargoon, Squid, finding the Beargoon Tunnel out of bounds, which is a corner in the game, just like the one in Bogus's room, that you can walk out of bounds in. And then that led to us trying, well, Squid, trying it in an encounter, and then finding the Battle Arena clips. So, thank you, Flipping. Really, thank you, Squid, but you know. Alright, so our HP and defense look way stronger than we probably need. I'm gonna go through this. You might know the corner in Beargoon Tunnel, probably not, maybe, I don't know. Who knows? We'll find out. In any case, now we're going to walk to the boat. I would normally die to that fight, but fine. You guys have 80. Yep. Okay. Killed that. I shouldn't really have done that, but I did it for the chance of a silence flute. D4, our agility is pretty good. We might not have enough. We might be. He might still be able to one-shot us. No, he probably won't. He'll probably leave us with like 3 HP. Guilty hits really hard. Beautiful, silent food, that's what I wanted. Very convenient. How often does Guilty kill the run? A lot. A lot. If we get to him. He's pretty much the first time if Magic Barrier misses, the run is over. Because he's the first thing we actively go out of our way to fight that can one-shot us. So, yes, he tends to kill a lot of runs. Pinheads are horrifying. Guilty, Bogus. Bogus can one-shot us too. Cool. So this is the enemy I do want. I want that guy, yeah, that guy. Death Dupe ends probably the by far vast majority of the runs that I try. Just a significant portion. Nice. There we go. Alright, so this is the encounter and enemy I wanted. This is the compression out of bounds. We will be doing a second time a little later on. That is about beautiful. And I forgot we did a defense grind. I didn't really need the silence flute, just make it here. And beautiful, look at that, I'm out of bounds. And so if this is done quickly, because as you saw that wasn't terribly quick, if this is done quickly, the save's actually like a minute and a half or something. If it's done, just you get a singular Scarecrow, he's up against the wall, compression lands, just, oh, it happens occasionally. I'd say it saves a lot of time. But Now we just don't have to deal with encounters. We will do an agility glitch over here, and we will go into Barragoon Tunnel. Something I didn't mention, when you are out of bounds, you cannot activate a door. So, for those of you who do remember, Barragoon Tunnel's entrance is actually a door. However, there is this convenient pathway that goes down, and you can clip back in bounds. It's just super duper convenient that it exists. This out of bounds would be absolutely worthless if that didn't exist. You could theoretically go back in bounds on a wyvern here, but it's overall, like, not really worth. So our goal is 95 agility, but more is always better. Like I said, this one you actually don't have to walk into the corner, you just run into the corner and it comes back in bounds. It's super convenient. And boink! Just picking up items. Need them. MP item, probably healing item. I don't recall at this point, to be completely honest. And fun fact, we are going to skip Shelf and Fargo. So, Solvering, Zels, and Nepti, we can't really skip. We have to fight them because the items they drop unlock the pathways to where we go next. Shelf doesn't drop anything, and killing her does literally nothing except make her disappear. Fargo does drop an item, but all it does is unlock a shortcut from Dindrum Dries to Call Hazard, which is entirely worthless. So we skip both of them because we can't. I think if Shelf fight is done quickly, it's probably like 3 minutes, 4 minutes. And then Fargo is like they're probably both like 3 or 4 minutes apiece on average. If you have a really good fight, Shelf is probably still 3 minutes because you have to walk to her. Fargo isn't that far out of the way, but he's probably still 2-3 minutes. He can be done faster because you don't really have to go out of the way as much to get to him. And remember what I said about tight corners. There's one right around the corner. Right to the left. Of course, a million encounters. You know how that goes. Alright. Walk into this corner. Poop. Why did I say poop? Pop, we're out of bounds. Poof, probably was what I was trying to say, and then my brain shut off. In any case, compass is your best friend here. Eastward is where we need to go. There is a certain kind of pathing that I do. You can go southeast here to kind of see more of the the area. But I played this game enough. I know where stuff is. I'm going a particular manner. Go to where I can see stuff, and you should see stuff in about a moment. The bottom of the screen. There we go. There it is. So now I'm going to run exactly east, and we're going to do a particular set of movements so that I can drop down and see the rest of the area. So I'm going to run eastward until I hit a wall. Brian will zoom into the camera. I will then run northeast along the wall, stopping and going so that Brian's dust cloud starts until I very obviously am going eastward, and then I will go eastward a little bit and turn southeast, so I turn into a wall there, and it'll turn me eastward right about there, and then that'll turn me eastward in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, just beat me to it. You drop us down here. Timing wasn't that bad. Usually I'm way off way more than that. That wasn't that bad. And now we're gonna run by the rest of the area. We could theoretically just run to the end of the area, but you are so high up, it's really, really hard to do. Or not hard to do, hard to see. I mean, if I knew exactly where I needed to go, it wouldn't be hard at all. Alright. We're gonna do one more agility glitch over here. Nice thing though, you can always see spirits from like a really, really far distance. Kind of amusing. Alright. Counter here. Ghosts. Nice thing about this out of bounds is it's just impossible to see anything. It's not nice, it's actually kind of boring. Apologize for that. But way it goes for this part. I mean, it's a game that had so much promise, and then they just stopped and released it early. So, hey look! Hey Shelf! How's it going? Gonna leave you there. Fun fact, if you go out the back of this area, like leave the dungeon and then come back in and then fight her from behind, you'll do her cutscene where she talks to you while Brian's just standing back there just like, hey, I'm over here. Hey. So we're about 15 or so minutes behind, 15, 16 minutes behind. In case you're wondering, and by behind I mean behind my PB. So, reality, we're actually quite good. So, I waited a second there because for whatever reason that attack lingers. And if you run up a hill slightly, you can dodge that attack. It is a very unique and weird thing for that attack. Alright, 96. Alright. Don't want to fight anything else, please kindly go away. I will very definitely have 21 MP. That will be a non-issue. I could theoretically go out of bounds over here. It's not worth it. Like, I'd have to get a solo magma fish. I don't think... So you can go out of bounds here. I haven't been able to, other than like not getting encounters, and even then, just such a, it wouldn't be worth it unless you got a very perfect setup kind of thing. Doesn't happen. The only reason I would get 50 water is because for whatever reason I had 48 fire, 48 water, and 48 wind. I will not be getting that, so it'll stay at 48 water. I don't know why I did an agility glitch. No reason to do that. Doesn't matter. It's fine. Our MP is 21. Don't need to cast spells anymore. We'll just hurry this up. These are the guys, actually, we're seeing all of them now, so we're not going to see any on the inside. We actually want to see this guy in the very first encounter in Boilhole, because we're going to use him to go out of bounds. Impression out of bounds again. He is very, very easy. His AI is supremely consistent. Oh yeah, they're basically the same trees. So if you're too far away from a magma fish, they will move closer and use defense up. If you are close enough, they will use their split fire attack. Nice. Opposite of what I want to do. Okay. Oh, I just killed myself. Oh, no I didn't. Nearly killed myself. That was silly. And their AI makes it very agreeable to go out of bounds on that. And also their shape makes it pretty easy too. Alright. There we go, and we're out of bounds. Sorry, I'm letting my thumbstick so I can pour myself another beverage. This is US. JP is a much easier casual game, but speedrun I find not as fun because you don't get as strong. Ability glitch and stuff, you know. So when the area disappears from the bottom left, 1:14 from now. 13, so 13, 18, oh, sorry. Yes, yes. I don't know when that was. 13:25 or something. So that'd be 14:40. We should get to an encounter. And yeah, we're gonna skip Fargo. If we were to fight Fargo, we'd actually fight him from out of bounds. Kind of funny. We we bait him into walking up close to us and then using his close range attack where he just screams loudly and has an orb around him slightly below us and he can't hit us. We drop rocks on his head. Quite nice. Oh, there we are. What? Oh. Did reset. Thought I did. Alright, so that's at 40 on the dot. Look at me. It's 1:14 from that spot. For whatever reason, it's just the number. Alright, so I can see the exit up there, and I'm just going to run straight at it. There's Fargo to our left. We're going to just ignore him. He's a murderer. I'm a child. Why would I bother with a murderer? He would very obviously kill us, because not a pleasant person. Yeah. And we're out of Boil Hole. Be beautiful. There really just isn't that much left to talk about. It's gonna be Magic Barrier and Avalanche, Magic Barrier and Avalanche, Magic Barrier and Avalanche, and hopefully not dying. So, Elevated, if you want to say anything, boy howdy is it a good time. We could talk about the difference between US and JP. Maybe. What is the best song in the game? Bernat Castle. Amachu, who loves Normoon's town theme, is incorrect, despite his best efforts. Oh, fun fact, this game's unfinished. I'm sure most of you already knew that. If you didn't, game's unfinished. They released it earlier to be the first RPG on the N64. As such, there's enemies in this area. If I walk along this wall, I will not get into an encounter. Unfinished game. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, balancing the spirits is quite literally the worst thing you can do when you play this game. It really, really is. You're gonna have a bad time. You really just want to set one spirit and just yeet it up to max. The earlier you do that, the better off you will be. Interesting design. It's a unique design, because usually you want to balance stuff. Alright, we'll clone the last one. Normally I would only clone the first spirit, but whatever, grab all of them. Yes, it is. I love this game. Alright, so third to last save, really. Low percent is just sadness. It really is. It's enjoyable. Yeah, me too. Low percent's like 5 or 6 hours or something. Rhea is the current record holder. Rhea is, I'd say, mildly insane for doing that because it's just incredibly unpleasant. There's also a 200 spirits run that somebody did, but it was glitchless. I believe it was 15 hours. Just gracious. Alright, there are encounters here. Again, left wall. No encounter. Ah, yes. Good old Blockbuster. The 90% of people that talk to me about this game, oh, I rented this at Blockbuster. I didn't get past the first forest or the first boss. Yeah. I don't think anyone did. Who's playing Bing Chang? I am the one playing this game. I am your idiot of the hour. Or 2 hours, really. Elevated is not playing. I am playing. Oh, I don't know if Elevated wants to play this, and I don't blame you. As much as I love this game, it is... You have to go into it knowing what it is. Alright, so the first encounter there I had to do an agility glitch. Normally, if I can't see the entire encounter or I see a red rose knight, I do not do it. Oh, you do actually want to learn it? Well, let me know. I will absolutely help you out. But we saw the encounter there, all white rose knights. White rose knights can't kill us. Red rose knights actually can't kill us either because we did defense grinding, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. But normal 90%, we wouldn't have done that. I was a little bit too young to remember, other than I never beat this on my own. My brother and cousin beat it, and left me a save file that was right before Boil Hole. And then I had a Game Shark as a kid, so I actually beat this game a number of times with... Now, I actually was mildly familiar with some of the out of bounds because I had already done exactly that. Yes and no. This game is significantly different than a casual playthrough. Or the speedrun is significantly different because, you know, doing stuff fast, not saving, all that. This game is... The US version is definitely more enjoyable as a speedrun than a casual playthrough. The JP version is enjoyable because it is they nerfed a lot of stuff. They buffed a lot of Brian, your stats go faster, you get MP from bosses. The JP version's a lot easier. If you already know all the spells, I would highly suggest that version. You don't have to worry about the names of items or anything because they're pictures. As a child, probably not. Maybe I probably did a playthrough with max stats or whatever, but I don't know if I necessarily tried to speedrun it, if you will. I've only done that more recently. Game Boy version is very fun. Highly suggest that as a casual playthrough. That is an evening of fun. Here's Guilty. He's a butthole. The Game Boy version isn't. Are you kidding me, game? One. Great. We've already had 2 misses on Magic Barrier. I don't like the way this is looking right now. Oh, in a real run, that first Magic Barrier miss would mean I would be dead. 2, 3, 4, almost 5, but 4. And this is how the fights go. 5, 6, 7. He's going to take 15 hits. I did grind defense, that's why I didn't die in 1 hit. 9? Yeah, Guilty and Mammon are both no element, so they take half damage from all spells. In the JP version, they gave them neutral elements, they take full damage from all spells. But they don't have any weak. And I was at 9. Halfway there. 10, 11. Nice. Apparently I can't cast it fast. 12, 13, 14. Yo, Sartos. Sartos, please read the title of my stream. I'm doing a run over at Elevated's channel for ellervatedthon. Please hit him. Game. Yes, it is, Kazi. Yes, it is. Sorry, Sartos. I didn't mean to sound mean or anything. Focus on the fight. 14, I think. Reading and 20. You're right. We're just gonna do this. Cool. Cool. Are you kidding me? This is not what you want to see. 15? $17. He has. Oh, okay, never mind. I miscounted apparently. He's dead. Yes, it does make me work for it. Oh boy, we did it. Not pretty. So 126, we are way past PP. I killed Guilty at 108. We're about 20 minutes behind, I think. Putting us at a mid 140, which is still quite a good run. Especially with defense grinding. Focus isn't a pushover. He won't one-shot us. It's just a matter of... He's significantly... He takes way more damage. Still gonna take 10 hits. But... just a matter of rocks dropping on him. Guilty hits harder, I think. Can I? Maybe. I don't know yet. We will find out. We're going to be close. I think I'm going to have about 161 HP, which means they would have to roll, I think, near max on all 3. So Pinhead uses Fireball 3. Pinhead hits like a friggin' truck. There's a good chance that Pinhead will be able to kill us. but he should be at such a HP that he doesn't. I should put that, I guess. Oh yeah, we would be not grinding defense or anything. We would be... Ooh. We would have like 113 HP right now? I think? Something like that. We wouldn't have a whole lot. We'd also have significantly less defense. Yes, we do. I always grab that. I don't need to necessarily grab that spirit, but depending on where I am, I do. I always grab that MP item though. Alright, so, you know, the beginning of the story, our dad left and we went to catch up to him, but first, I'm a chest. Yes, you can clip up into this chest. Why? I don't know. But, secondly, hey Dad. Bye Dad. You're no longer relevant to the story anymore. Sucks to suck. So the beginning of the story, our dad, the L-Tail book gets stolen. Our dad goes after it. He's been gone for a month, and we go after our father as a small child. Here's the Bogmeister, the Bogey Dogie, the rude dude himself. He's a butthead. Bye, Dad. Bye, Dad. Boink. Walk to... 3. Don't walk. 4. Alright, I will take a hit though. Yeah, fun fact, if this was JP, we would have about 70 MP right now. He should be dead. Oh yeah, he's dead. That was a fairly good fight. Alright, so get your bets out, boys and girls. How many encounters are we going to get in Mammon's World? We could get 0. We could get, I think the max is probably around 7 or 8 would be, you know... It's 50 spirits, yes. And the reason I go to 48 is because multiples of 8 in the adjacent spirit actually gives more levels than the original spirit. Mammon's World. We won't have any 15 pinheads. Kazi, you are just mean. There are actually technically encounters in this room, but we're going to walk along a wall, which will remove us getting any of those encounters. I kind of cheat a little bit and take it wide, but... First of these rooms, this one's the darker colored room, and then there's the lighter colored room. Oh, Mammoth is, let's see. Well, we cast a spell called Avalanche, it drops rocks randomly around us, and Mammon is about, 1/3 of a circle around us. He is gigantic. It is hard to miss Mammon. Really, really hard to miss him. Of course, when Mammon dies, that is time. That wasn't particularly obvious or anything. This will be my, this will be my marathon PB. legit marathon PB at that, not with a saved file. Alright, so first room where I can get encounters. Only one person took a bet. That's 15 pinheads. I'm gonna say that's 4 encounters. 5 encounters? 3. 5 encounters. First encounter, Tail Rider. If we had no HP defense grinding, we would die to them, but they don't scare us. And I don't think, actually, with 166, I'm pretty sure a pinhead would either can't kill us or would have to roll quite literally max on Fireball. And these are the least scary enemy in the game. Just either punches us for like 20 damage or silences us. They look so intimidating. And they're weak as crap. It's so amusing to me. Big buff dude. Shh. Well, he does. Obviously he's a librarian. Librarian, Spriggan, big buff. Hey look! This guy. Alright, let's see if I die. Nope, but they do a lot of damage. So, yeah. That's why a lot of runs die to those guys. We're at 3 encounters now, 4 pinheads. You're not supposed to get an encounter here, it just means I'm bad. If you walk along the wall correctly, I usually don't get an encounter. 4 encounters, 4 pinhead. Coming up on the end of this. Just walking through doors. Also, fun fact, if you go back through some of the doors, sometimes they'll only take you back to one room. Sometimes they will take you back lots of rooms. So going backwards is not a good choice. Not a good choice at all. Except when any of the times you go into a house, then you just go right back out the house. It's really the only time you go backwards-ish. I mean, Kawaii, if you want to find a glitch that sends us somewhere else, by all means. But I'll take a wild guess and say that probably not gonna happen. Four encounters, 5 encounters, 4 pinheads. We shouldn't get into any more encounters. Shouldn't. There's only one more room with encounters and then Mammon. But again, it's that room that I said I shouldn't have gotten encounters in before, and I still got one anyway. Oh yeah, absolutely. We will be under 2 hours. Not an issue. The 2-hour estimate is assuming that I will die to like 2 or 3 bosses or something. It's also unfinished, Rua. Yes, it is pretty creepy. Alright, 5 encounters, 4 pinheads. Looks like no one was right. Get the Dark Gale key. Ah, you're fine. Yes, it is, Peregrine. That's because I'm doing a run on ellervatedthon over at Ellervated's channel. No? Alright. Alright, 3. So I have to be quiet to listen because you can't actually see past 4 hits on him. because it goes too high. Nice. Hey, Dark Horse. Seven. Are you serious, game? I think we're at 12. That was more than 4. I think it was 5 though. I say 16. 20. No! Time! I went for it because I thought I had 2 more. That's it. Sorry. I wasn't expecting that. I did not think that was going to kill him. I was going for the sub 140 because I could see that. It looks like it's a 138.55. 138.55. Oh, dang. That's... Wow. I wasn't paying attention to how much damage I was doing, actually.
Dude, great run.
Thanks, man.
That was awesome.
Yes, thank you. That was...
Wait, is that your PB marathon?
A 138.55?
Yeah, around there. I started a little bit late, so...
Yeah, 138.56 then.
Yeah. Did you say this is your PB marathon run?
Yeah, this would absolutely be that.
Oh my god, dude, that's so cool.
And it's also probably the first marathon run where I haven't had to start from a save file, so it's the only run that's been a marathon run that has been legit.
Yeah. I loved your reaction when you got that first death, dude. That was pretty sweet.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, everybody in the chat blew up.
Yeah, it's all. Thank you for having me. I really do appreciate it.
Oh, dude, thank you so much, Bing. It was amazing. And yeah, everybody, please go check out Bing, Bing Chang. Bing, before you leave, I know that Quest is your main game. Are there some other games that you're routing or learning or enjoy playing?
Well, I do Game Boy Quest from time to time. Not as much because it's glitchless, and I don't like glitchless stuff as much. I've done Pokemon Red before. I've done Mystical Ninja Star and Goemon on the N64. I've done Bomberman 64 on the N64, obviously by the name. There's an Xbox 360 game I do sometimes called Enchanted Arms, which is enjoyable. It's made by FromSoft, the Dark Souls folks. But the runs that are kind of coming up for me, there's a terrible PS2 game called Dragon Rage. You play as a dragon, and that's about where the good part ends. It actually doesn't control that badly, so it's not that bad. It's unfinished, like this.
Right.
And then another game, a Japanese runner has actually already routed it. It's called Metal Max Xeno. People may be aware of this series, the Metal Max series. It's a tank RPG that goes back to the NES, I believe. This is one that they released for the PS4. It is a turn-based RPG where you use tanks. And all I have to say about that game is may the tank be with you. That is something that is actually said in-game.
Oh my god, that's a quote.
It's so good.
I love it. Oh my god, dude, that's great. Thank you, and thank you. Hope you have a great rest of your night, Bing.
Thank you. Good luck to the rest of the runners and grab me once again.
Heck yeah, man. Okay, well, take care, Bing.
Yep, you too.
And we'll be right back, you guys.